I'm curious if you ever had a time if a wide receiver quit on you or you just didn't think he was in the game, if you saw what happened with the Patriots and Randy Moss yesterday. As a quarterback, what role do you play if you think somebody is sort of mailing it in?
Well, you want to really be sure that that's what's really happening. Sometimes those guys get out there and they're actually hurt and they're trying to play.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is just mailing it in, then it's one of the few times that you probably would yell or even get to the sideline and just say, hey, he didn't even want to play. Either he's got to come out or
Did you ever do that?
I've never had to do that. Never had to do that. I mean, it's easier to try to talk to the guys out on the field when you think and try to really find out before you say anything to them. But it's a tough situation to be in because, everyone out there is going 110% trying to win the game. And if you got one guy who's not, it's pretty noticeable.
Did you ever mail it in and get yelled at by your teammates?
No. once you take the snap and drop back and a few 300-pounders are chasing you.
You can't afford to take a play off, can you?
No, not at all. You lose concentration for a split second, and usually it hurts.
And you didn't have, but concussions? I haven't heard anything about you. I've heard, Troy and Steve and some of these other guys. Did your wife ever say, by the way, Joe, how many concussions did you have?
Yeah, I had 6 or 7, something in that neighborhood.
But any aftershocks with that? Does it bother you with sensitivity to light or anything, headaches?
Sometimes I find my memory's not always exactly what especially when I say, I told you that. I go, I know, I keep trying to tell you. I don't remember it, but
By the way, you won 4 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to let you know in case you forgot.
But I did, one thing that has happened was I've had a problem with my vision a little bit, and I went into the doctor. I figured, I've never worn glasses, so I'm going to go get this thing fixed with the LASIK and I get in there, and she said, well, you can't do this. We can't fix it. And I go, well, what do you mean? She goes, well, you have damage to the nerve coming into the back of your eye. And I said, well, how would that happen? She goes, usually it's head trauma. I go, I can't figure out where that is from.
Did she ask what you did for a living?
No, it was up in San Francisco.
So they knew.
Yeah.
But you had 6 or 7 concussions.
Mm-hmm.
If you were given advice to the NFL with these guys with concussions, would you give the advice to the NFL, medical staff, or the quarterbacks or players themselves about what to look for and how to treat it or preventive measures?
Well, I think it's hard. I think it's really hard to figure out. Some of the things just happen so quick, some of the concussions, that it happens to you, and you got hit pretty hard, and then it just kind of goes away, so you think you're okay. So I think it's tougher on the guys because the guys always want to play.
Did you lie?
Oh yeah.
To Coach Walsh?
I mean, you almost have to. I mean, you saw what happened with Big Ben.
Yeah.
Everybody expects you to play hurt. There's like a fine line, and you can never figure it out because if you go and you play, and if you don't play hurt, then, well, you're not tough enough. And then if you go and you play hurt and you don't play as well as you normally do, well, why did you play? If you weren't healthy, why did you play? It's like, okay, well, I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to do. So it's tough. And I think the guys who have to be the toughest are the medical guys, and usually they're on the side of the team, and they want to get you out there.
You'll be at the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is Dwight going to be there?
Dwight is going to be there.
Okay, I'm going to be on the beach this year.
Sweet.
Okay, this is what I'd like to do. Yeah, we have our DirecTV set up there. This is what I'd like. You and Dwight Clark, can we recreate the catch on the beach in Miami?
Uh-oh. He's getting kind of old. I'm not sure if he can jump that high.
Well, you have to throw it a little bit lower. I'm going to play the role of Everson Walls, and I think that maybe we could have Dwight on the beach recreating the catch.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Hey, it's good to visit with you as always, Joe. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
You too. Take care of it.
All right. That's Joe Montana.